Guys, what is up and welcome back to a brand new video. How's everybody doing, guys? We need to talk about one single thing, guys, and that is the Neighbour Next Door one. So some people wanted me to talk about this again and wondering what the hell is going on with the whole story, since we know the Neighbour Next Door 2 is coming out in 2025, so it's still quite a bit away, like a year and a half away, so it's still quite a bit away. But the thing is, people are wondering what happens next. So in the Neighbour Next Door 1, let's have a wee recap, right? So in the Neighbour Next Door 1, we had the neighbour, of course. I'm getting mixed up with the White House. Mason discovered about what the neighbour, what am I saying? The original neighbours, Paul and Greta, I think they were called, disappeared, and then there was no talk, Mason never saw them leaving, or he always saw them leaving, and their car was still there, and it was suspicious. So then it was Halloween, of course, and he wanted to give maybe trick or treat or give something a friendly gesture to the neighbour next door, to welcome him, because he knew it was a new neighbour and it wasn't Greta or Paul anymore. So he was he'd come home from this walk, so he went to sleep. He woke up and another neighbour called Stacy was arguing with the neighbour next door, and then Mason woke up at 3 a.m. again to hear scratches and bangs and screams. So then he decided to go and he heard the front door of the neighbour's house opening, and in terms of thing, he went outside 3 a.m, followed the neighbour who was going somewhere. Then he caught him burying a body. Eventually Mason put it together. I think that was Stacey, because he wanted to shut Stacey up because she was causing enough hassle. So Mason got the video, put it on a USB, and headed straight for home, but the neighbour was chasing after him, you know what I mean? So Mason decided he needed to go to the cops and fully send this to the police, get this guy sent down for his crimes. At this point he probably thought that Paul and Greta were dead, and that of course Stacey was dead as well, and who knows how other people he had killed before that. So Mason decides to think of a plan. Go over there, it's Halloween, dress up in that style, go over there when he's not looking, maybe wait until he runs out of candy or something. Let's say he does that or something, just to act normal. That's what the neighbour wanted. And sneak in, go upstairs and find more proof and all. But of course that didn't work, because as soon as he was going to do that, there was a noise downstairs. Someone had pushed him from behind, and it caused a bloody nose. We don't know fully a lot more about that case, because it's all we found was a doll mask or a baby mask or something. So there was that's probably one crazy quick thing you missed in the Neighbour Next Door, is the baby mask. If you didn't see it, it was very slight, and there was also Mason talking about seeing something, a doll or something in the background of the USB video, so maybe that'll come back in Neighbour Next Door 2. And of course the neighbour's mask is right there as well. But and the second Easter egg, which some people did recall, some people saw it, some people didn't. The neighbour's clothes. The neighbour's dressing gown. That was Grace George's dressing gown in the White House. So how did that end up there? We did kind of put it together in before that possibly Grace George is a time traveller, and somehow that's going to connect in the time traveller movie coming 2026. But we'll have to see what happens next with that, you know what I mean? And the third Easter egg, which is probably the most suspicious, the neighbour's death. So blah blah blah, Mason ran, he got knocked out by the neighbour, brought to the quarry, of course. Blah blah blah, there's a big fight, the USB gets thrown over the edge by the neighbour, and then Mason pushes the neighbour off the quarry. And that's what makes people a bit suspicious. A thing you missed. In the neighbour's supposed death scene, how could he survive that? You could see that he, like, if he pushed him, he would have just fell backwards. Like, how was he able to climb back up? But, like, it's not, like, fully, because you could see when he put his hand up, there was blood, and there was blood on the mask. So it's not just, like, he clung on. So, did he fall? Is the neighbour inhumane? Is he, like, an alien? Like, I'm not trying to say it, but I'm trying to say is he actually human? Or, like, because he got blood, like, I don't know. Maybe blood for trying to claw back up, you know. But there's also that. And also, it technically ended on a cliffhanger. Number one, Mason. Yes, he was burning the quarry. That's crazy. What happens next? We know that the neighbour's alive, and Mason is still there. He's called the cops. Are the cops going to arrive in time? Is it going to start off the Neighbour Next Door 2 with Mason fighting the neighbour again or something, because he's still at that quarry where we left off? Or by the time it starts, is Mason left the quarry, and we'll have to wait and see what happens, because of course the neighbour will return in the Neighbour Next Door 2. But what happens next? Like, it's massive. It's crazy when you think about it. But I'm just saying, I don't know. Like, the neighbour's deaf, the neighbour's alive, and he probably wants revenge on Mason. The USB's gone, so what proof will Mason have for the police? There's literally no single proof that Mason has for the cops. You know what I mean? Since the neighbour threw the USB off the quarry at the end of the first movie. So, what is going to happen next for the neighbour? And Mason, mainly. Mason's in danger, like. But there's 3 Easter eggs you missed in the Neighbour Next Door 1. Grace Jarrett's dressing gown, the mysterious clues of a doll, and of course the neighbour's supposed death. How did he survive that? Is he immune? So 3 secrets you missed, or I don't know, 3 secrets you missed in the Neighbour Next Door 1.